Hey everybody, Rob Arnold here from More Music and More Music Guitars. We're in the venue at the new and improved More Music at 301 North Royal in Evansville, Indiana. And I'm joined by our good friend Chris Robertson from the band Blackstone Cherry. Chris, thanks for joining us today.
Glad to be here, man.
Chris has been shooting some guitar videos for us, and I thought this would be a good opportunity for our friends and fans to get to know Chris a little bit.
Yeah, man.
So Chris, tell us a little bit about Blackstone Cherry, how the band came together, how long you guys have been playing together, that kind of thing.
We got the band together in 2001, right at my 16th birthday. So the four of us have been playing together for 16 years now. Literally spent half my life in a band with those three dudes, which is fun 99% of the time. But no, man, John, Fred, and I have been playing music together since we were 13, so for like 19 years now. Then John moved up from Florida, around 1998, and he kind of jammed with us off and on, for around that same time. And then around 2001, man, we were playing a bunch of blues stuff. It was just me, John, Fred, and John, and we had to get together at the practice house, and Ben showed up. We convinced him to play guitar, for a little bit. I think I played drums, Ben played guitar, and John played bass, while John Fred was outside talk show hosting to everyone. And me and John walk outside, we're like, hey, John Fred, we got to get this guy to play music with us. Because like he knew what drop D was and we didn't. We were like, well, we don't know what drop D is, man. So, but no, dude, it's been the four of us from day one ever since, June 4th, 2001.
That's awesome, and you guys are
same four dudes
out touring all the time now, it seems like. And
I got to leave tomorrow night, man. I got home Sunday morning, and I leave again tomorrow night. I mean, but dude, like the way the music industry is shaped up now, it's all about touring and playing live. Record sales aren't what they used to be, and you kind of got to go out there and stay on the road and play shows as often as you can to make a living. But I mean, we wouldn't have it any other way. That's what we've built our whole career on, anyways, and that's all we know. So
sure. You've been you're a PRS artist.
Mm-hmm.
PRS is one of our not our only brand that we feature here at More Music and More Music Guitars, but definitely one of our premier brands and one that we're focused on. And how did that come about? How did you start playing PRS and develop a relationship with those folks?
I was a Gibson and Fender or nothing else guy from the time I got a Squier Strat. I was like Strat or a Les Paul. That's all I want to play. Occasionally a Flying V or an SG, but I was a Gibson and Fender guy, man, but I only played like older stuff. Like I didn't really care a lot for the stuff that was coming out,
Right.
Like from about the early 90s on, nothing really intrigued me that had come out. And so I was playing instruments that were older than me by twice my age, and stuff. And I got to where I was tired of working on them every day, man, and having to go in and fix the G string on my Les Paul, or the same thing, or having to adjust the neck on my Strat or Telly. And the guitar tech I had at the time, I was like, man, what guitar is the best guitar day in, day out? I said, all my disregard for other brands away, what is it? And he said, you don't want to hear it. Because, man, like everybody was playing PRS and a Mesa Boogie, when we first started because of Mark. And dude, Mark is a phenomenal player, has a great sound. And thank God for him playing Paul Reed Smith, because without him, we wouldn't have single cuts.
Right.
Truthfully.
Yeah.
But I just didn't want to play Paul Reed Smith because everybody played PRS and a Mesa Boogie. And that was in 2011, and here I sat 6 years later.
There's a reason why these guys are playing this stuff,
that's
right?
the thing, man. Like I got on the phone with Grover, God rest his soul, man, he's no longer with us, but I got on the phone with him. Hoogie called him, and he's like, hey, man, I got a guy who wants to talk to you. It's a singer for the band Blackstone Cherry. He also plays lead guitar. Would you want to talk to him? He's like, yeah, man, I love that band. Get on the phone. 2 days later, a guitar shows up at a venue for me to try out. And I got it, and that's all I've played ever since, with the exception of like certain vintage instruments I'll play on a song or two. All I've played since has been Paul Reed Smith's, and I've been very fortunate to play a lot of them, and I have several, and they put out a guitar with my name on it overseas, and I'm working on getting that done here, hopefully. But who would have thought, all these years later, I would have a signature guitar being made by the greatest guitar builder on the planet in current time.
Sure. Well, I know you're like us. You're just a fan of guitar, and as much as you enjoy and cherish your PRS guitars, you're a fan of a lot of different types of guitars.
Yeah.
I've seen some of the guitars you have in your collection in and out. And what are some of your favorites right now? Because I know that can change from time to time.
Man, right now, other than my PRS stuff, the guitars I'm really, really into right now, I've got a 73 Strat that's all original. It's black and been beat all to hell in back, man. But it's, you know, that means that guitar was good enough to be played. And that's my thing. Like, I'm not really a closet queen kind of guy when it comes to guitars. Like,
you want to play them.
Well, that's the thing. Like, dude, I've got my nicest PRS that I own that was, you know, built by the private stock team. It's got dings and dents all over it, man. I mean, they're meant to be played, you know. And but I've got a 73 Strat that I'm really, really into right now. Of course, my old Les Pauls. I love all those. I've got 3 Les Pauls. I've got a 71 Custom, a 88 Standard, and then a 2014. Was that the 120th anniversary? I think it was.
Might be.
Classic.
I'm sure the Gibson fans watching our video will chime in.
They all know. It was either 12 or 14, a classic. And then, but like the guitar that I'm picking up the most right now, man, is probably my 1970 ES345 that had the Veritone taken out of it, and it's just a regular mono guitar now.
Right.
So it's basically a, you know, what, 47-year-old 335.
Yeah.
And it's tobacco burst, which is my favorite color of all time.
Right.
Sadly enough, I don't own a tobacco burst Paul Reed Smith yet, but you know, I'm working on it.
Yeah. So, so what's in the horizon, on the horizon for Blackstone Cherry? I know you guys have been recording.
Yeah, we just announced a release date for our EP that we're putting out. September 29th, I believe is the date. It's called Black to Blues. And basically we went in the studio back home where we did our last record and our self-titled debut and recorded 6 old blues songs, kind of in our own unique way. You know, we did some Howlin' Wolf, Muddy Waters, Freddie King, and Albert King stuff. And it was just a lot of fun. And that's next. You know, we got some shows the rest of the year. And then at some point, we got to find time to go record a new album because we've written about 12 or 13 songs so far for it. So generally, we'll write about 20 songs and then, you know, narrow it down to.
Do you guys write when you're on the road, or is this something like you kind of wait till you get back home and do, or is it just an ongoing process whether you're on the road or?
The first 2 albums before it was really easy to have an interface, you know, like an inbox or a Sapphire or any of that stuff, or, you know, an iRig is what we use now, believe it or not. You know, like with all the really nice small interfaces you can have, we use an iRig Pro because it's just easy, man. You know, and we do 95% of our writing on the road now. Like used to, it was we would come home, take a few months to write, and then take a month to record the record, and you know, it'd be like this big long process. Now, we will tour through the end of the year on the weekends and stuff, you know, even though we're making a record and writing, you know, but we just, you got, the way the business has evolved, you have to do that. So we literally sat in the back lounge with a speaker and my laptop and Logic opened up and an iRig Pro and a guitar and an SM7, and that's how we write songs.
Excellent. Well, man, I really appreciate you coming by More Music today. Thanks for being a friend of the store. And,
thanks for those awesome guitars, man. They were, it was nice.
And yeah, man, best of luck to the band and to yourself, and don't be a stranger. You're always welcome here at More Music. Right.
Thanks, sir.
Again, Rob Arnold from More Music and More Music Guitars. Thanks so much for joining us. Check out our website, moremusicguitars.com. You can always call us at 859-479-9595. Almost gave out my cell phone number, Larry. That would have been bad.
That would have been bad.
Thanks again, everybody. Take care. Hey, if you like that video and you want to see other cool stuff, make sure to hit the subscribe button and subscribe to our channel. Also, for all your guitar, amp, and pedal needs, make sure to visit us at moremusicguitars.com.